Now we have a report from the Executive Director of the Snellville Tourism and Trade Association, Ms. McAloon.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Our stat board has not met yet this month, so I cannot provide our financial statements. We have rescheduled our meeting prior to our retreat this coming Saturday. This past Saturday, Stat celebrated our third annual Fall Festival. A big thank you goes out to everyone who helped make this event very successful. Because so much work goes into this event and the planning of it, I hope you don't mind if I take a few moments to recognize some of the volunteers. Want to thank our wonderful explorers and the many students who came from South Gwinnett High School service clubs, such as NHS, Beta Club, and the Comets in Action. A great group of leaders who volunteered their time on Saturday. A big thanks to Susan Chapelier, who did an outstanding job heading up the exhibitors. This was a huge undertaking. There were over 80 craft vendors that came to the event, and a lot of work went into this, prior to the event. Thank you to Kathy Emanuel for heading up the volunteers and many other things she always gets tasked with and always just says, "What do you need me to do?" Thank you to Jean Harrison and Lisa Moran for heading up the costume contest. The ladies did an awesome job. A big thank you to Chef Stephen Chandler from Summit Chase Country Club, Master Baker Tom Williams from Rhodes Bakery, and Chef Hank Reed from Trinity Culinary School for their time in judging our pie contest on Saturday. Olivia Taylor won the judge's first place award for the best pie, and Christy Graham won the People's Choice Award for her pie. Thank you to Brenda and Harold Lee, Marilyn Sweeney, Trish Rollins, Kurt Schultz for helping our vendors make a smooth transition in and out of the festival area. Many thanks to Stat Board members Barbara Bender, Gretchen Schultz, Brian Pendley for their help throughout the day with hay rides, ticket booth info, and whatever else needed to be done. A big thanks to John Richards for taking photos and uploading to Facebook and the website during our event to keep everybody posted on what was coming up next. Many thanks to Mayor Pro Tem Witz, Councilman Bobby Howard, and Councilman Dave Emanuel for volunteering your time from beginning to end again on Saturday. Thank you for your continued support to Stat. We want to thank the city for the use of the stage. The stage has been such a tremendous asset to Stat and to the residents of Snellville. Thank you to our hotels, La Quinta Suites and Crestwood Inn and Suites, who are one of Stat's largest contributors. Krish Dakoa from La Quinta Suites won the carved pumpkin contest. Thank you again to all the volunteers for their endless hours of work on Saturday. Thanks to Don Britt at Summit Chase Country Club and Bobby Howard for the use of the golf carts. We couldn't get by without them. Makes our event life much easier. Thank you to the Snellville PD for doing an outstanding job in keeping us safe. Many thanks to Gay Johnson, Craig Barton, and the entire crew at Public Works for all their hard work to make this event successful. Marcy Ferris, for the first time, was unable to attend this event due to back problems. We missed you, Marcy, and hope you get to feeling better. The next event that's coming up, it's not in particular a Stat event, it's a Stat-sponsored event, and that's the Safety Fair on November the 3rd. This event will take place on the green from 10 to 1. The Safety Fair is a fun way for teens and parents to explore the hazards of texting, drinking, and speeding while driving. We hope everyone can attend. Our next and last event of the year is the 31st annual Christmas tree lighting, which will be held on November 24th. Please visit our website, snellvillepride.com, for more information. We're still looking for sponsors and volunteers, so if you're interested, please get in touch with me, and we'll definitely get you hooked up. Our holiday edition of the Spirit magazine should be in the homes no later than November 14th. That is pretty much all I have to report.
Any questions for Ms. McAloon?
Not a question, Mayor, but Kelly, it was exhilarating Saturday to see all the people that came to the town center. I have two things I'd like to read that I saw on Facebook yesterday. The one is from a Mr. Mark Faulkner. I grew up in Snellville, and Snellville's days used to be it. But that was back when we didn't have the town green. The city was a little disjointed in terms of activities. It's nice to have a lot more community events. It feels more like a community with all the events that are put on here. Mark Faulkner, Snellville. Second one was, it's awesome to see how much Snellville has changed over the past few years. I live in Loganville now, but grew up there, and it seems to have such a sense of community, kind of like the old days. I love riding through there on the weekends and see so many folks out and about and enjoying one another. You guys have done a great job. And that was Kevin Crutchfield. So between Farmers Market and what you have accomplished with STAT, people are taking notice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you tell us when the stat board elections are, and if someone's interested, where those applications are?
If you go on our website, John Richards is heading up that committee. He's the nominating committee, so they need to bring their applications into John. And the elections will be held. We extended them another month, so they will be held in December 1st.
They're no longer November 8th or whatever.
I don't think so. I think we extended them an additional month. But I'll clarify that with John and send an email.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think we're looking for a few more folks. So, and I think you were bringing some people to the table as well? Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you. We have nothing on tonight's consent agenda. On old business,